Our first story deals with a very preventable tragedy. You've probably heard the phrase, children drown without a sound. Last year alone, 24 children drowned in swimming pools across the Southland. Promoting a program now offered all over the area, the Orange County Fire Authority invites you to watch the water. Each year, as the heat of summer hits the Southland, local residents beat the heat at the beach or in the local pool. And while swimming and playing in the water are fun recreational activities, any body of water can be treacherous to young children.
Children drown without a sound. That basically came from the fact that when children are underwater in a stressful situation, you can scream all you want underneath the water and nobody's going to hear you. So we call it the silent killer. And the watch the water portion actually comes from the fact that when children are swimming in a pool, you need to assign some sort of a supervision. We talk about 3 different types of action levels: protection, supervision, preparation. With the supervision part, you really have to keep an eye on the actual child or children that are in the water, and you need to assign somebody to that. For the few seconds it takes, if I was to be distracted and not watch the children in the water and turn my face and talk to somebody, that child could be in a stressful situation, and that's all it takes.
Every year the story is the same. In settings just like this one, tragedy strikes.
We're getting ready to go for our last little session out in the water, and we moved out away from the steps into the lanes, and I was playing with her for a few moments, and I looked over to my right and I saw a little boy underwater. First thing you think about is, do I see what I'm seeing? And then you realize, you hope he's playing because you see the swim goggles on him, and then there's no movement. So I moved towards him with my daughter in my arm and grabbed him, and there was no response. Just lifted him out of the water and shouted out that we have a boy unconscious.
I just remember hearing Jamie's voice that there was an unconscious boy. I didn't hear any screaming, any yelling, any gurgling, any splashing, no loud sounds or commotions, and I was not more than 10 feet away from the water when I turned and saw Jamie with my son. And I'm thinking, you know, why couldn't I hear that struggle? But he just slipped right under.
I can't emphasize enough how important it is for a parent or any adult or anybody around the pool to be vigilant, ever vigilant, in keeping an eye on the children in the pool. I can't tell you how many times we've gone on calls to a pool, or maybe a party's in progress, adults around the pool, children swimming, and a child has drowned while all those people are around. And really what it came to was nobody was paying attention to the person or people in the pool.
The things that I've taken now differently is I try to now go with another adult. Make sure that I have more eyes than just myself. We've started swimming lessons, and that now has broadened their awareness of the water and I guess the dangers of the water as well.
Orange County Fire Authority considers itself an all-risk type of provider out there, identifying the various risks in addition to fire. We're more than happy to come out, give a presentation, drowning prevention class, we call it. And with that, we can give a myriad of materials. We also teach CPR. We also have a partnership with the American Red Cross.
The situation is no different at the Southland's many beaches. There is an excellent lifeguard system in place, but parental vigilance is always the first line of defense.
The beach is one of those places that it's inexpensive. It's an easy way on a weekend or even a midweek in the summer to come and enjoy yourself. But it's not entirely a day off or a vacation for the parent. During a day, there are many different things the lifeguard does. He's an ambassador to the public, so he might be answering a question, putting a Band-Aid on, or ultimately he could be making a rescue. At any given moment, not all the water is going to be watched, especially if it's a very busy or a high activity day for us.
We are very grateful, very appreciative. Just our hearts are overflowing with gratitude for him being at the right place at the right time.
I was just a vehicle for God that day that happened to be there. And it turned out to be a beautiful day.
The Watch the Water program is raising awareness all over the Southland. If you'd like more information, log on to our website at smallandsimple.net.